What's up, everybody? I am here live today from Eddy's Cantina, and they say behind every good man is a woman running the show. And since I don't see any good men around, I want to introduce you to my wife, Tsen Gonzalez.
Hi, I'm Tsen Gonzalez, Eddy's wife.
So we're doing our first live test with a wireless Bluetooth mic. Shout out to the Smart Mic boys, because this stuff is pretty awesome. We're very excited to do lots of stuff with this. So we're trying a little bit something different. Let us know what you guys think of the audio. I'm gonna come and say hi. Oh, of course, my daughter is here. She wants to say hi. Hi, okay. So before we start, I always ask everybody how they do with spicy food. What about you?
I think I'm okay. I'm pretty good with spicy, but I don't want to make the spicy food to cover my whole texture, so to ruin the whole taste. It's not beautiful anymore, you know.
All right. So, and how can we, if I wanted to introduce you, maybe you can introduce yourself to people who don't know who you are before we start.
Okay, should I speak Mandarin
都可以，
or
中文
Chinese?
OK 啊，英文、中文都可以。
OK，我是台湾土生土长的客家人。
You gotta be louder.
我是台湾土生土长的客家人，然后在台湾就是受教育长大的。那在大学时代就是遇到了我的先生 Eddy。那基本上的话，我觉得我的个性就是很严谨，但是也很好客，跟客家人一样。那我觉得这也是引发说我们会有一直去契机，就是说开一家餐厅的一个动力。
All right, good. So before let's get it started. Let's do the first wing. The first wing is just a simple basic buffalo wing. First of all, give us a thumbs up. Let us know how the audio is, because again, I was saying we usually use microphones, but we're using our smart mic, Bluetooth mic, which we're very excited to use. Okay. So, yeah, let's try the wings. Yeah.
Okay.
So go first.
Can I get a wing?
Yes. So you start with the wing. Here we go. Cheers. Salud. And get the wing going. How are the wings?
Honestly, I used to be very busy with business, so I hardly sit down to taste the wings by myself like this. So yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Yeah. So speaking of the business, what's the reason that you started to do the business? Why would you start a restaurant? What's your inspiration? Why would you want to start a restaurant in Taiwan? Take it easy, man.
I used to have like a dream, just like all the girls, boys, you all have dreams, right? And in my dream, I always wanted to have a coffee shop.
Okay. You gotta talk louder, yeah.
So a coffee shop makes me relax, and I feel I want to give people this kind of feeling as well. But however, a coffee shop, according to the reality, everybody all has it, and it's general business. But my husband is Mexican, and we weren't like a business owner ever. We didn't have experience. He's the one who gave me inspiration, gave me some ideas. Like he's Mexican, and his mom and my mom-in-law, their family is pretty good at cooking. And he just said, why don't we just try to cook some Mexican food, which I wasn't sure, but I'm encouraged to do that. Since then, we just do it more and more, and then we feel like we can do it better and better.
So how many years now has it been for us to have this restaurant?
The restaurant's age is just same old as our marriage.
Okay, and how old is that?
It's been been 13 years because we just had our 13th anniversary, right?
We did. We had our 13th anniversary. We went out for dinner. We had a good time. I loved it. We love getting some good food. We love good food. We love good drinks. And speaking of good drinks, in here we actually have a very special wheat beer brewed by Block Brewing Company. And I want to announce that we're actually doing a collaboration with Block Brewing Company. I've always wanted to have a wheat beer, a special wheat beer for ourselves. And this wheat beer is going to be called El Jefe, which means the boss. And so this was brewed for us by the boss of Block Brewing Company, Roland Block. And it's very good. So you guys have to come to Eddy's Cantina and try it out. So cheers, yeah?
Salud.
Salud. What's up? A lot of noise? Okay.
Should we change?
Just let's give it like 10 minutes, okay? Yeah, okay? So let's do that. And good, what'd you think?
Yeah, for me, honestly, I know how to taste good beer from Eddy. Eddy has been teaching me a lot, but I don't drink. But today I taste this one. It's really good, smooth, and then the sweetness come from the beer flour.
Yeah, this one is awesome. Yeah, so this was always one that we always wanted to have. We tried lots of different kinds of wheat beer, and they were not. I mean, there's some really good ones, but this one is very special to me. It tastes very good, and that's why I wanted to come out and announce this collaboration with Block Brewing Company. And we have this wheat beer. It's called El Jefe. Ask for it by name at Eddy's Cantina. Yes. Okay. Good. No problem. How's the first
Come to
wing?
Eddy's and try.
How's the first wing?
Yeah, it's a piece of cake for
No
me.
problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So my wife is Hakka, so they also eat really spicy, so that's a good thing for me because I love spice. So let's do wing number 2. Wing number 2 is our most popular wing. It's called the smoky chipotle. Mm-hmm. Of course, you've had it before. So
And it's
get on that, yeah?
our daughter's favorite too.
Yes, my daughter loves that one. Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
now I try the drum.
Okay, go for it. Here we go. Cheers. Yeah. If someone were to ask you, what's your favorite part of the restaurant business? What would you say? Your favorite part of the restaurant business?
For my personal part, I like cooking. I like making drinks. So when I have some work to do in my own restaurant, I'm happy with that. For operation side, I'm very happy to see I'm very happy to make people happy.
Close the kitchen door. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So making people happy. So what would you say is the worst, the part you think the least of the business? One of the things that maybe you don't like as much as you thought you might.
Well, I don't know if I say so, if it's gonna upset a lot of people, but I guess a lot of people will have something in common like us, right?
Sure, of course, yeah.
The operation side always the tough part, and there are different sides of operation sides.
Okay.
To customers, I think we are pretty good handling that to make people happy.
Now, yeah.
The most difficult side, I believe, is a staff issue, right?
Okay, so staff issue is definitely always going to be one of the toughest issues for any business. That includes the restaurant business. So what's the tough thing? What do you think is the toughest thing about staffing? Let's say staffing a restaurant in Taiwan, what's the toughest thing that you think?
You try to forward something you really want them to deliver to customer according to what you request them.
Okay.
According to what you want for your customer, you really try to teach them, guide them the way you want them to. However, usually it turns out like it's not the way the conclusion is very different from what you request, and so sometimes it's really, I guess it's kind of depressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, what have you learned over the 13 years of dealing with sort of different kinds of staff and stuff like that?
I just think that after so many years, we become more.
Let's switch the mics real quick. Keep going.
We become more like. Maybe in Chinese it's easier for me to express.
Yeah.
Is this on?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, keep going, keep talking. Yeah.
So 在教，我觉得在教员工的时候，我们比较重视的就是用我们的原本要的方式，然后也是很有耐心的，然后很有爱心的去教育我们的员工，然后呈现我们想要的理念。那有时候很好，就是遇到对的员工，所以他可以帮助我们很多。那有时候就是比较辛苦一点，就是员工可能比较不懂我们要传达是什么时候，这是比较让人家比较会有点挫败的，就是希望说可以教育他们多一点，然后让他们知道说，因为毕竟是异国文化，所以有时候需要时间和一些亲身的一些历练，让他们学习这样子。
I can't see anything because of that light. No, keep going. Okay, so basically, okay, sounds good. Wing number 3 is Korean. So maybe you can tell this. You can tell the story of how the Korean wing came to Eddy's Cantina.
Korean is in our menu is the third spicy one. 然后以前我们有一个员工，他是算是韩国华侨吧，然后他来我们这边工作。那 Eddy 一直想要带一些 fusion style 的 wings 给客人。
Figure it out, yeah. So keep
Is it
talking.
okay?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
just keep going.
然后后来那个员工有教 Eddy 一些方式，然后 recipe 之后，然后 Eddy 自己就把这个 recipe 变得我觉得更好吃啦，所以这个算是他就是学到之后去转变自己的 recipe。那我本身也很喜欢韩式料理，所以这个对我们来讲就是好的选择。
Okay, let's try it. Sounds good. I love Korean hot wings, so that's one of my favorite things. So yeah, let's try it out. Okay, go for it. We'll grab whatever you want. Go.
Okay.
Go for it, yeah.
I always see people eat the wings by the side, but it's so weird to just eat ourselves.
So I think we switched over to the wired mics now. Let us know if you hear a sound difference. Better?
I'm always very proud of Eddy's cooking skill. Because every single hot sauce or every single sauce, whatever cook in our restaurant, I think it's the best. So come to Eddy's to try our wings and any other hot
Thank
sauce.
you.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we were chatting earlier about how our moms are really good cooks, right? And can you okay round 2? Yeah. And the story, so one of our most famous dishes right now is our Hakka pork tacos. And the story behind that is ever since we were dating or we got married or, we were serious, then we get married, we would always go to visit the family in Miaoli. And whenever we went, her mom would always make this amazing dish called, kong ro.
客家空肉.
So her mom makes lots of really good food, lots of really good dishes. But for me, the keja kong ro is incredible. But I always thought to myself that if we can put this in a taco instead of just, I mean, it's good on rice, of course, but in a taco with a couple of different peppers on top, and we can get it really, really nice, it would be absolutely perfect. I think everybody would love it. And now that we do that at the restaurant, we actually have quite a few people that really, really enjoy that. And not just Taiwanese, a lot of the expats love it as well.
Yeah, it's true. And so it's always
Better?
my pleasure to present my mom's cooking to customer to see like expats to enjoy the Hakka food, Hakka culture, and the fusion style of the tacos so much. And this is the point that I got achieved and then give me power to keep going to.
We actually have a few customers that come here and they only get that dish. And when they come, when they have friends visiting from overseas, from the States or from anywhere else, they always recommend that dish because if I'm not mistaken, we're probably the only ones that actually sell that dish in the world, maybe, right?
Well,
I mean, I'm sure someone else maybe somewhere is doing it, but ours is better.
just come on to Eddy's and try it out. You will see.
So, are there any things after having a restaurant for 13 years? Are there any things that you think are maybe different than you thought they were going to be? I mean, everybody thinks, okay, let's have a restaurant or let's have a coffee shop. It's going to be so much fun and it's going to be, this and that. So are there any things now different than you thought before you started?
Well, it's always easy to have dreams, right? So in your dreams, it's always very ideal, beautiful until you really truly facing it and having problems you have to take care. So it's turning into like a kind of, we call 责任, right? Responsibility.
Okay. Yep.
So it's not because Eddy's cooking skill is really good. So we got a lot of loyal clients, customers, I mean. So it's been really, really good to have a lot of good customer. However, what I look forward to, of course, is very smooth and very easy we thought, right? But there are too many aspects that you never predict. So for 13 years, I think we got a lot of difficulties. Like
for sure, maybe you can share one story of. Well, maybe one happy story or one sad story that you wanna share from in 13 years.
Well,
yeah,
like for customer side, cause you always like treating your customer like family friends, and it turned out like Eddy's Cantina is just like their home. So they come in here, you just like say hello. You just are like friends. We make so many good friends because our restaurant. And somehow the happy thing, but also sad, like you always gonna see people off, saying bye to them after you know them for quite a few years. However, funny thing is that everybody, a lot of expat family would come here, choose as a last dinner or last lunch before they leave it, I think, right?
I think what happens is with the restaurant, the reason we do the podcast is because with the restaurant we get to meet so many cool people doing really cool things, and from all different walks of life, people are coming and they're doing cool things and they're living in Taiwan, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe permanently, and we just love to meet all these people and just they come here, they choose to eat at Eddy's Cantina. Some of them become friends, some of them become really good friends. And I think for me, that's probably my favorite part of the business.
Yeah, and fortunately, our daughter has been grow up with us together. We get to take care of her every single day, look after her every single day, and to do many things with her as well.
Yeah,
I think that's a fortunate thing.
So we're lucky because my daughter, like for example, let's say there's no school or something like that, like say summer vacation, my daughter she'll just hang out with us all the time. So she loves hanging out at the restaurant, she loves eating the food here, She loves the horchata. She loves making new friends here. So I think it's a pretty good opportunity for us. She really gets to speak. A lot of her English, of course. She learned her English from me, but she gets to use that in a lot of conversations, and she has a lot of fun. So it's definitely tough. It's definitely a tough thing. I remember back in the day when we used to, when we were in Denshui, and we used to have to maybe, paydays coming up, and maybe we're a little bit short. We can't really pay the staff. We'd have to go to the bank or something like that and borrow some money just to make. So days like that, I think they make you stronger. So after 13 years, I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. So you want me to answer about like a sad part?
Sure,
or
of course.
Unhappy part?
Yeah. I want you. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just speaking of those, so because obviously for 13 years we got like a high peak or a low peak of life, right? So it's not always like successful for us to do every single trial. But we did learn a lot of people who has experience and tell us or share with us a lot of their experience, which we are really grateful that we hardly make too many silly mistakes.
We've made some mistakes. I mean, I think in the beginning, when we just opened our restaurant in Denshui, every single night we would take the staff out for like a big meal, like every single night.
Oh, that's true.
And then like a big, maybe not necessarily fancy, but a big meal. And then, you do that for 1 or 2 or 3 months, and in a busy restaurant, and then you still look at the numbers at the end of the day, and you're like, the hell, how come there's no money? Because that is actually a really huge expense for us to take the staff out to do things like that. So when we did it all the time, we realized that if we wanted to stay in business, we had to not do that all the time. So the problem with that was when people get used to something, they don't really, and you kind of take it away because you're like, we can't do that all the time. They become a little bit unhappy. So that kind of sucked. Yeah. But so we lost some good people, but right now we got a good team. I think we got a good team. What do you think?
Yeah, we just had to close one of the shops.
How do you feel about closing one shop?
Well, for almost 10 years of Eddy's one, obviously it's our effort and most of our business time was there. I was feeling, of course, a little bit like kind of like, it's really happening, and I was sad, but you always give me very bright and clever decision and to let me choose.
Luckily, this is recording, right? So that I can take a little clip from that, and we can replay that all the time, right?
Not everything is right, but somehow he tells me a lot of things. Correct judgment. Yeah, correct judgment.
Almost always right. Yeah. Always right. Okay.
Yeah. So he gave me some we closed a Denshui shop.
Yes, that's tough.
When we just had our baby.
Yeah. So when we had our daughter, we closed the Denshui shop, and that was tough for sure. Mm-hmm. But I think closing the last shop was definitely tougher than the Denshui shop for me, because we were there for a long time. It was really tough for our daughter because she grew up in there, and she was actually the saddest, I think, of the three of us. But now she's okay. Now we're able to spend more time with her. Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, I think they are always like a sad moment or a happy moment. But I'm very grateful that most of the time we overcome, and we are very fortunate ones, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I have to say that, yeah.
Well, but sometimes because me and Eddy, we work like a 24/7, right? We never just being apart. So the tough part is that we argue each other over work.
Yes, we do that for sure.
Yeah, that's a tough part for sure. And I guess people who know us very long, or some people who always see us, and I guess they know quite well what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's always going to be a tough part of the relationship, because we work together and we basically built a business together.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's definitely tough for us, but I think you're actually amazing at doing this. Yeah. So
test. This is recording. Yeah, so
it's
or
recording.
Live?
Yes,
this is
recording.
live. I hope it's gonna be recorded.
I know a lot of the times everybody thinks, oh, Eddy's amazing. Oh, Eddy's so lihai. Oh, Eddy does this and that and blah, blah, blah. Actually, the real person who does it all is her. So I have to say that, thank you for that.
That's awkward.
Yeah, of course it's awkward, of course. But I'm just saying that everyone's like, oh, Eddy. But actually, I remember one story when we were in Danshui, and it's kind of a weird story, but I remember when you were taking care of some customers, and they were all, a group of Taiwanese ladies coming in for lunch, and then at the end they were being a little bit rude to you and to the staff, and then you were telling me, okay, these ladies are being really rude, so I went out and I said, hey, how's everything okay? And of course to me they were fine, and then I told them if I've got to go back in the kitchen, I got to cook, if you have any questions, you have anything you need, my wife will take care of you. And then they changed completely. They said, oh my gosh, this is your wife? And then to her they said, oh shoot, we're all married to expats, so why don't you sit with us and join our club? Do you remember that?
I think so. But I'm not sure
it's
the
kind
whole
of a weird
story. But
yeah.
It indeed happened to me all the time.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm quite happy to be recognized as a staff, because it means I look young, right? So
okay,
yeah. So I don't mind that people treat me as a waitress, because I can do more all over stuff in the restaurant, to see the real side.
So if you had to go back to 13 years ago, if you can see yourself 13 years ago, would you say, hey, go for it? Or would you say, don't do it, it's way too much work?
I think this question we have been asked each other many times during these years, right?
Yeah.
The answer you ask me right now maybe is different from the old time when you asked me and when I asked you, because we all experience different things that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now we have been very happy, and we have great family and restaurant members and customers. Honestly, restaurant business is really tough and very struggling all the time.
Okay.
So my answer is 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
So what else would you be doing if it wasn't this?
Well, I'm not like an office ladies, that kind of style, and I used to painting a lot. So I'm not sure, maybe some kind of, I don't know, is that funny to be like an artist for you?
An artist?
Yeah, maybe I used to think that if I didn't major in
actually, the
English.
painting right there, she actually drew that for me, which is awesome. And we always get people that are trying to buy that, but actually that's, I love that. I mean, if the price is right, okay, we'll let it go. But I love that thing. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite things. So that's why it's the background for the podcast, right? We love it.
Because that's the first gift I gave it to you. So for now, I'm not planning to sell it. Just I want it to be
if someone said, I'll give you whatever you want for it, how much?
It's priceless. I cannot tell a number.
100,000. 100,000.
Excuse me, that painting only costs 100,000 for you in your heart?
I'm just saying 100,000.
No, sorry, it's not
1
the
million.
Price. Well, 100,000 and a million, that's a lot of difference.
I know, that's why I'm asking. Yeah, 1 million, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I'm not a material person, so.
Okay. Beautiful. So we got our round 2, round 1, no problem, right?
Yeah.
You can dump your garbage here if you want. Okay. How's the beer? The wheat beer?
Yeah,
so
it's really good.
If you guys want to get some of the newest wheat beer brewed in Taiwan, brewed by Block Brewing Company's boss, Roland Block. Shout out to Roland. We're going to have nice pitcher prices. We're going to have nice beer prices on this. And all you have to do is say, give me el jefe. El jefe means the boss, which is me, the boss. Well, kind of, right? And the boss of the brewing company made it for me. So, el jefe, salud.
Yeah, for me, usually sometimes the beer give me a tipsy feeling right away because I don't really drink. However, this one, it's really good, mellow, and then smell really nice.
Yeah.
And then you can see how much love that Roland put it in because it's
My man
so
Roland.
good and
Great
so
guy, love him.
smooth. And me as a girl would like it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So let's get the next wing. The next wing is, you can probably introduce it more than me. You want to introduce the next wing?
Okay, I always do this to my customer because
Yeah, let's see
these
it.
are the sauce, these two. Well, can you see? Yes, right?
Yeah, of course.
Green
Yeah.
one and the middle one, these are the hot sauce that we've been selling to our customer. If you like it, please, you can pre-order to us. We bottle it. You can bring home and put it in the fridge, easily to preserve. And this is like also one of the best hot sauce that he has been made. Really, really yummy.
And
The
what's it
green
called?
one, jalapeno creamy hot sauce.
Yes. I love it. All right,
It's a
you go
test,
first.
right?
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, I love it. That's actually one of my favorites too. So
I just take the wing, please.
do whatever you got to do. So,
Okay.
all right, here we go.
This is getting hot, right? So. I always eat my meal, Mexican meal, with jalapeno hot sauce.
This is the best. I love it.
Even you don't really eat too spicy, this will make you feel you want more. Because the flavor is really good.
I know you always want to have some kind of like spicy eating contest or some like
Yes.
big burrito contest, something like that. We actually have all you can eat tacos on a Thursday here, so come down for 480, get all you can eat tacos. If we're talking about putting a contest together, what do you want to start with? What do you want to do? And why? Why do you want to do a contest here?
I'm Hakka. I
Okay.
like seeing people happy. Especially Eddy's Cantina is a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
My husband's family is a very happy family.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Agree.
The heat come up.
Coming, right? Of course. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
That's
right?
how people start talking with like
Yeah.
shoveling lips.
The
or
lips are going to start swelling up pretty soon, right? Our jalapeno hot sauce, good stuff. We actually sell bottles of that. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, yeah.
And what's the question?
Contest. You want to make a
Okay,
contest, right? We always talk about
Yeah,
making a contest.
I've been talking about it so long, right?
I know. So
And
we are
then
going to do it now that we have the time. We're going to do it.
I hope the first thing is about spicy, and then it's gonna be my husband's wings spiciness.
So if you guys think that you'd be interested in doing a spicy eating contest at Eddy's Cantina, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, let us know what you
Leave a
think.
message below, please. Give
Yes.
us some ideas too.
Give us some ideas too, because we haven't actually run something like that. So let us know what you think about that.
And then all the chilies, hot chilies, are all grown locally in Taiwan,
Yes.
and very good, very tasty. Yeah.
Yes, all of the chilies that we use in all of our sauces, actually all of the food that we make is locally grown food. So that's good stuff. We love it. Yeah.
Everything we are eating actually all pure food ingredients, no preservatives. And then my husband really loves to offer people some real food, so you cannot eat anything fake right here.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so healthy and yummy.
So if I have to ask you, what's your favorite dish? What you want to eat at Eddy's Cantina?
You mean every time or
No, like what do you think?
right
What's your
this
favorite?
moment?
Do you have a favorite dish right now? I mean, it changes all the time.
Yeah,
of course.
I
right?
have a mood.
Yeah.
I change the mood,
Yeah.
right? Right now, it came out first. Usually is chimichanga
Okay.
and actually
know that.
cauliflower.
Cauliflower wing. Okay. So
not
tell
a-
us about that.
Yeah,
Tell us
because
about
I'm
the
not a big
cauliflower.
fan of the meat person.
Okay.
I'm not a meat eater. I cannot handle too much meat.
So
My
this guy,
husband
yeah.
no.
Okay. So
And-
tell us about cauliflower.
Yeah,
wings. Some people
then-
don't know about that. Actually.
Right. And then a lot of customers from Eddy's Cantina, they are vegetarian, and they are more and more vegetarian in the world, right? So my husband just want to create some kind of friendly vegetarian food. Then it turned out that the cauliflower is really good texture, and it just looks like a wing. I think like 2 weeks ago you interviewed a vegetarian.
I did. I
right?
had Russ on here, and he's a vegetarian. So we did the
Yeah.
wing show with cauliflower wings 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
I think so, right?
And he told me before that he doesn't really like cauliflower, but we're gonna do it anyway. And at the end, he loved it.
Yeah, so actually, I'm very amazed about the cauliflower's texture and the feeling in your mouth with the sauce. So actually, even you are a meat eater, please come to try our cauliflower. It's really, really good, really yummy. So,
Which day should they come to try the wings?
well, every day, every day.
Okay.
But Wednesday is our half price day.
Half price wings on Wednesday, which is the original reason why we started this podcast with wings, was because, you know, half price wings on a Wednesday. Cauliflower wings included. Check them out. Should be really good. If you guys love our wings, if you like cauliflower, if you like spicy, let us know below in the comments. Yeah? Good.
Yes.
Ready for the next one?
Okay.
Not yet? Yes? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right, get on. So the next one is ghost pepper. So I make this one. I make most of these sauces myself. Actually, all of them, I think. Well, most.
Yeah, except the last
Except for the last one.
Because
That's a
last
shout out to my
one-
man.
Last
Yeah.
one is too crazy, and
Last one's
then
a beast,
I
yeah.
told Eddy don't go so crazy.
Yeah, so the last one, well, this one is made with ghost pepper, and when we make this sauce, it's an unbelievable amount of ghost peppers that go into this sauce. So
It's all real stuff in there.
I'm excited to see her eat
You
this.
get it
Yeah.
first,
So you
okay.
want me to go drum? Okay.
Usually I don't eat ghost chili pepper because I know it's gonna.
Smell it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really crazy. Ugh.
Sweet. Cheers.
kinda-
Smell that. It's good stuff. Ooh, that's gonna
Wow.
be a rough one.
Okay. I think you have been used to the flavor, so you are used to the heat,
Is
right?
it hot for you or no? Yeah.
I can handle it. Actually, with chicken wing, because the wing,
It's less hot, right?
yeah, it's less hot. Yeah.
Well, I always tell all the guests every week, because it's made with fresh chilies, kind of goes up and down. Sometimes you get it when it's really hot. Sometimes you get it when it's not that hot. And for me, I'm doing it all the time, so I feel it's less hot every week for me.
I think the jalapeno one, the flavor adding up more.
Okay.
And ghost chili, just stay
It
the
will
same.
come. It's gonna
yeah.
come. You'll see. You'll feel it on the lips in a second here. So, what
can
do
handle
you
it.
think for the next 5 years of Eddy's Cantina? What's your 5-year plan?
Of 80s
Eddy's Cantina, yeah. And you, for us, business, anything. 5-year plan.
To be honest, I have different vision from my husband's.
Okay.
Because he has big vision, right?
I do, yes.
But
But
for me, I just I have been just always conservative, and I always want to
can
be.
you feel the lips? Or not really? No? Okay.
I like it. I finished all the hard ones.
Perfect, okay. Okay.
So the 5 years, I think I'll just go with that and then see what Eddy decided to do, and I'm gonna always behind him and just support him because after 13 years, I think he's been doing very well, and the direction of the restaurant is good. So for the next 5 years, I just hope that it can be a brand and then really like
Okay.
a well-known enough for people in, I don't know, in Taiwan at least, right? So I think
So
my
open 5 every year from now on, yeah? For the next 5 years.
well, my goal is very small. It's not like you. So, but
If you can open one anywhere else, like we have our one now, this one's great. It's going well. We have great customers. Everything's amazing here. But if we can open another one, where would you want to open it? Miaoli?
well, sorry, no.
No? Okay.
Maybe if in different cities,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people have been asking about Taichung, right?
A lot of people say good things about Taichung, for
Taichung,
sure. Yeah.
Taichung, I think is a good location and good weather, and people like a good food there, and
Yeah.
then there's a market there, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, but Taipei, we used to go to Neihu to check it out, right?
Nehu's nice for sure. I love Nehu.
Yeah, but you say somewhere else. Right this moment you ask about me, I'm not sure because the coronavirus, the COVID-19.
Coronavirus is obviously putting a damper on everybody right now. I think Tianmu has been okay. Usually people say, oh, Tianmu's too far. I don't want to travel to Tianmu because it's out of the way. And now, because it's out of the way, I think it's been, I mean, knocking on wood, right? You can probably hear that with the mic. We've been kind of lucky over here. And Tianmu, we have really good support from a lot of the people that live in Tianmu. So it's pretty amazing. We love it. Yeah. So you don't have any second place that you want to open? Downtown Xinyichu or Dongchu or whatever? No?
Did you try to get me the answer you want me to answer
I'm
to
just
you?
curious.
Or
I'm asking
tell
you a
the
question.
answer you want me to say?
Now I'm in trouble again. All right, yeah. No. So you just have one question?
Okay,
Nowhere?
what's your next ideal location? Let me interview.
I actually, right now, some of you guys don't know, some of you do, that we're building an online ordering system right now, which is actually ready. I just haven't had a chance to really teach it to the staff and do the final demos. So I really want to get that set up. But aside from that, I'd still want to try to do one in Taipei for sure.
Where? Taipei is big.
I like Nehu. Nehu's nice. I like Nehu. I think I also want to try Xinyichu. I want to try it.
I can see his eyes.
Because that's where all the big boys play, right? So I want to go to Xinyi. I want to give it a shot, take a real shot at it, and if you fail, it's okay, right? But I think that you really have to take the shot, because if we didn't take a shot, then we would have never been here. We would have.
Well,
been,
that's the difference from me and my husband. I'm not
Yeah.
the kind of person like as brave as he is. He's always like open-minded and very brave, and then just try whatever he wants to do. I'm the one who always more conservative. Just, hold on there, let me think about that second time, and then let me calculate more.
It actually
Something
makes
like that.
for a really good balance, because, like for example, I was chatting with my manager here, and I ordered a coffee next door, and she was like, "Oh, how much was it?" And then I said, "I have no idea. I don't even look at the bill. I don't look at the price. If I want something, I'll buy it. If I can't afford it, I just don't buy it." And I just kind of in my head justify things, and that's definitely I'm not recommending that. That's not the right way to do it. I've just done that since I was a kid. But having a wife that everybody always says, if you marry a Hakka, you're set. They're going to take care of you. You're always going to have money. Everything's going to be solid. And I have to say, it's been good. It's been amazing. She's been good. So, yeah, she kind of keeps me grounded a little bit, because I need to be grounded sometimes, or else I'll just go for it. Just go for every single shot that I can. And definitely, it's a crazy thing for sure.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions you want to ask me? Or how's the show going so far?
On the beginning, to be honest, before it started,
Yeah.
I was having butterfly in my stomach.
nervous, right?
A bit nervous because I'm not used to be on camera.
Okay.
And then I couldn't even finish the first three when you are telling me, asking me questions. And then I feel relax and then get into it. Yeah.
I have to say one thing. A lot of people that I asked to come onto the show, they're like, I can't do it. I'm too nervous. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm too nervous. But actually, all it is you're just sitting here. We're chatting. I'm asking some questions. You're basically just talking about yourself. People they don't know what they're gonna say. I'm like, but everybody can talk about themselves, right? You can be the most shy person in the world, but if someone asks you a question about, what's your favorite chocolate or what's your favorite movie, anybody can talk about that all day. So to those of you that I'm asking on the show, you have to come and do it. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. We're getting a bunch of things sorted. We're getting the audio and the video and stuff like that sorted. Again, shout out again to the Smart Mic Plus guys who have been working on it with me, because the Bluetooth stuff is amazing. I'm not that good with that technology, but these guys are here every week, and we're working on it. We're testing, and things are good. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And then we met many great people in Eddy's Cantina.
Yes. Beautiful. I can't wait to see you eat this one. So let's do it.
My runny nose is coming out.
The last one, we call it the suicide wing. It's actually a sauce that's made by a friend of mine called his name's Brian Hopkins, and he's got a little hot sauce company called Flavor the World, and this sauce is it's really hot. The first time I had it, I mean, she could probably tell you the story about the first time I ate this. I went home and it was pretty rough. But when you do it every week, it's okay. So we'll see how she does today.
Well, because everything is all fresh, right?
Sure,
so,
of course, yeah.
You had to sit in the fridge to keep it fresh, and then honestly, the chili hot sauce will get less spicier week by week. Yeah, so every
goes up
time,
and down, yeah, sure.
every time you can see, sometimes it's spicy, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, and that's just because it's fresh chilies.
The first couple weeks were definitely killing you, right?
Yeah, we're pretty rough for sure.
Yeah, you can see all the end of
check
the
out some of those
show.
videos. Yeah,
His
yeah.
all lips all like swollen and red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
But I can't wait. You never eat it, so now you get
I
to
did
eat it. Yeah.
one time when you just bought it. I like spicy. I tried one time. It's like, oh my gosh.
All right, so get on. You want the wing or the drum? I'm gonna see which one has more sauce.
I still want. Oh my gosh.
That's for you. There you
No,
go.
I'm gonna cheat a
There
bit.
you go. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the drum and I'm gonna give you all that
Can I
sauce.
do this?
Oh, that's cheating.
It's too much.
Okay, so cheers.
Cheers. The last
Thanks for
one.
doing the show.
Thank you for inviting.
It's my pleasure. I was actually really excited to have the opportunity to have you on the show, and now you can know how it feels to be on the show. It's actually fun. It's fun. I think it's fun.
I always try to make
see how it
the
is
guest
later.
feel comfortable,
Yeah.
right? So I was supervising on the side to make sure everything goes well. But now I'm on it. Okay, here we go. Try not to touch your lips, right?
You can.
You can feel the bitterness.
Wow.
People say the top level of spicy is a kind of pain, right? I believe so.
It's still hot.
The heat
You can do
goes
this
to
every
my
week,
gum.
but it's still hot.
Oh my gosh.
So, do you have any advice for people that want to open a business or a restaurant in Taiwan?
Do I have to talk now?
Yes. That's the point of the show, right?
I'm tearing. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty killer, yeah? Damn. Yeah, that one is still hot. Still very hot. Yeah, that's hot.
Oh my gosh, I just wiped my eye.
Don't touch your eye.
Oh my gosh.
Don't touch your eye. You're gonna have to dump milk on your eyeballs pretty soon. That is hot. Damn, someone in the kitchen doesn't like us.
Oh.
Okay, so again, we'll do the question again. If somebody comes and asks you for advice on opening a restaurant, what would you say to them? Don't do the hot wing show.
It's definitely pain after this. Sorry, what's your question?
Advice for people that want to open a restaurant in Taiwan. Damn, that one is hot again. Shoot.
To make sure you are the kind of personality with long patience
Like
and
me.
yeah,
patience,
you really have a huge enthusiasm about facing people, operating stuff like people, because there are so many different kind of things coming coming toward you
Yeah.
every day.
Yep. Always going to be a different challenge every day.
Yeah. So sometimes like up down. Sometimes you feel happy, you go home. But sometimes you go home with frustration.
What makes you happy if you come home, you get home and you feel like today was a good day at the restaurant. I feel satisfied. Can you maybe give us one example of that?
All the operation side was smooth, and of course good business. And then staff, I can see staff were happy and always wearing smiles, and telling me, "Hi, bye, Joe." Of course, one of the reasons is here. The other reason is when I count money and then the money goes well after even you work so hard.
Yeah.
After a long day. That's a satisfying day, but that's not the main thing to make me happy, right? But if people are very busy, but they are like terribly tired,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the reason to make me happy. However, to see my customers and my employee happy, I think it turns us happy too.
What makes you the happiest when you're in the restaurant?
Happiest?
I'll tell you mine first. So
Okay.
when I'm in the kitchen and I know somebody ordered food and I make their food and I send out their food and they get it, they look at it, they start to bite it and they eat it and they start to like nod and they're like, oh yeah, they're really enjoying it. They smile, they're looking at their food, they're enjoying it. For me, that is actually my favorite part of the restaurant. That and meeting all the cool people. We get to meet a lot of really, really cool people, and that's the whole point that we did. The whole reason we did this show was because the amazing people that we get to meet are the best. I think one of the best things about the restaurant.
Excuse me.
And I get to hear lots of stories. I get to hear a lot of stories. And I know how I feel when I get to hear a lot of stories. And sharing the stories is the whole point behind this podcast. So I want to say thank you for coming on to the show. How was the show? How was the experience? Your first real experience behind the mic and the camera. How was it?
I was nervous.
Want to do it every week?
I was happy
Okay.
to be here.
Okay.
But now I feel spicy.
The last one is pretty crazy for sure. Yeah,
You see our lips are
yeah, the lips are all swollen for
All
sure.
swollen.
Yeah. So, last thing, do you have anything you want to say to all of the Eddy's Cantina fans, new fans, old fans in Taiwan, all over the world? Do you have any message that you want to share with them?
I think like Eddy and I have been put our heart, our love into this business. When we didn't know anything about running a restaurant till now, 13 years later, we have experience, and even sometimes it's consultant, right? 顾问, kind of
Yes,
like
yeah.
sharing our experience to people,
That's exactly, yeah.
asking for our opinion.
Yep.
I think, we really use our enthusiasm to run every day. If you come to our restaurant, you will find out like we are not only a restaurant businessman,
Yes.
but we are trying to deliver love and our Mexican food to your life. So hope you come here, not only our customer, but also can be our long-term friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you guys next week. Next week, we actually have 2 shows coming up. We've got a Tuesday show and a Wednesday show. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to love it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.